Hey, howdy, hi, hello, hola, привет, bonjour, guten Tag, what is up, Vikings? How goes it? Pretty like exhausting slash relaxing day for me today. We had we had an interesting Fury. I'll kind of go over that a little bit today too, and get your guys' opinions on some things. So that's kind of like what I got today. Hope hello. Hope you guys had a good Fury. Ours was with Spartak SPQRF and some random state that or kingdom that I can't even honestly remember who the top clan in it is. It sounds terrible. Anyways, I don't know exactly, like, let me preface this. I don't know exactly how long I'll be streaming today. It is a Battle for the Light day. My Battle for the Light round is not until this evening for me. Amber and I schedule our Battle for the Light rounds together when she's home, so we'll not be streaming that today. There is a 24-hour full event stream / giveaway that Synthesizer is doing. I actually have it approved to do one of those in the future. Not exactly sure what day that will be, but we'll get figured out at some point, of course. Opinions. I want your guys' opinions on what we should possibly do for a Halloween giveaway. There's 4 days until Halloween. I, of course, will be live streaming that day. So need your guys' opinions and input on what you want for a Halloween giveaway and what prizes you'd like to see. And I'll try my best to put it together and get it approved by then. But need like some ideas on what you guys want. If you want like a quiz or you want something like that, just kind of need those kind of ideas so I can put together a potential giveaway for 4 days from now. Anyways, so Fury. Oh, where do I even start? Hello. So the points in Fury. The points changed dramatically. Goodness gracious, drastically. Man, I can't talk today. So the points in Fury changed drastically. I will show you like roughly the gracious man. Roughly the Fury scores here. As far as like how it went, yes, giveaway has to be Halloween related. So what do you guys want for a Halloween related giveaway? And keep in mind, it cannot be just like random stuff. I can't do roulette anymore, or other things that are like random things. So anyways, Fury. Let's see. Bam. So, of course, Fury was fairly intensive for us as far as fighting. Of course, Spartak, SPQRF, and Rhett. We came in first at 20.7 T. Spartak came in a really close second at 19.6 T. No ruler. I cannot give away ruler. Spartak came in second at 19.6 T. Was fairly close. A lot of us were on the fence about where we'd come in our clan. So was definitely a fun and interesting 2 days of Fury. But the points. So the points in Fury changed drastically as far as where you kill troops. I was lucky enough to close my personals. I got 308 trillion. But when it came to running an SH Siege and defending with our clan, like for instance, I got a total of, I think, 8 trillion points out of Siege. Now, normally, and I mean normally, before this last change of things, Fury really came down to how many sieges a kingdom could run in order to score as many kill points as possible. Now, it all comes down to towers. It comes down to how well you defend towers, what troop tiers you kill in those towers, as far as like what your opponents send to hit your towers, how many of those tiers and other things of your opponent's towers you kill, and everything else like towns, SH Siege, pop, or place of power, all like the point shift. So the main thing here pushing is towers. Now, I understand where people are saying, well, this isn't for smaller clans anymore because some of the smaller clans can't even send onslaughts. And I mean, by the time you get to like level 12, 13 tower that's reinforced, a solo attack it's just not going to make a dent. But this is figuratively the way that Fury was meant to be. Fury was always meant to focus on the towers, to focus on the rounds, like what's the best way to score in those rounds. And then, of course, how many towers your clan or your kingdom, I should say, can defend or kill in the 3-hour time limit. As far as the checkpoints, I mean, like, I didn't get the last, I think, 2 clan checkpoints. It's 200 trillion points to max your personals. So if I stopped at 200 T, and then when it comes down to here, For instance, I got checkpoint 14. That was 250 T points. And then checkpoint 15 for League of Asgard, you need a total of 320 trillion points. So almost half of what you did to max your personals to get that 15th clan checkpoint for 400 million gold, 24-hour boosts. And then, of course, I mean, the clan earned the glory points. But, the points are significantly higher and harder to hit, especially if you miss tower rounds. Tower rounds falling randomly in the middle of night or other things can significantly make Fury harder to close, especially if you're not in an extremely active clan. Now, I don't necessarily know how this worked on the lower leagues. Obviously, the clan, obviously my clan we maxed ours. So I don't necessarily know how this worked for lower leagues or smaller clans. I did see in the proxy groups, like some people in smaller clans had very similar. They played towers, they defended, and they were able to close their clan and their personal. But it is significantly more hands-on as far as playing the event for what rounds are possible to skip and what rounds you absolutely have to hit now. So I think, honestly, I was on the fence after the first SH Siege because, running a siege just merely doesn't cut it anymore. And yes, you have to rely on other kingdoms attacking home towers to get defense points. So, if you have opponents that don't play, the chances of maxing your checkpoints are significantly lower. Unless you can literally break every tower from 1 to 18 in all 3 other kingdoms. Or 4 kingdoms if you're hitting your own towers because nobody's hitting them. It is definitely more reliant on your opponents being active now, like Amber said. And I don't know if we're gonna see a change in these. I don't know if these checkpoints are gonna lower or stay the same. But it was very interesting to see the difference of the points, the way they stacked up for almost 3 to 4 times the points in towers. Oh, goodness. It was definitely a interesting Fury. Henceforth, the set exhaustion today out of me. I know Amber is probably feeling very, very, very much the same. Oh, but I hope you guys had a nice, good Fury. There's also, so there's a new event they implemented that I don't know if this is going to be a common thing now. I believe with them adding it as far as adding it in general into the events now, I believe it will be continued, but I'm not entirely 100% certain. And that's the Gold Rush event. So, right here. Basically, earn points by completing the tasks listed below. The tasks you complete, the more points you get. Blah, 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 blah. And it is essentially in home kingdom and enemy kingdom, earn gold by reaching checkpoints and top places. So, the more checkpoints you earn in events, the more gold you get out of those events. And then, of course, the gold you get from ranking will influence how many checkpoints you pass here. Now, I don't know if this event also counts for itself. Like, if I get the first checkpoint and get 20 million gold here, if it counts for or towards the next checkpoint, I don't know. But I know that basically, like by the time you get to 11 billion gold earned, which, I mean, to be honest, I don't think I do. I don't think I earn 11 billion gold necessarily outside of Yacht. Jotunheim is big, especially for us, as far as ranking and clan checkpoints. But 1 second. But I don't know necessarily how easily this is easy. This is going to be to max outside of that. Of course, with let me see, it starts in 9 hours. So the celebratory slaughter, clan slaughter, clan resource, which ours is already maxed, would all count for it. Celebratory battle for the light. Of course, if you rank and you get gold there, that will count for it. When it comes to these other ones, voice of the gods, power, that will of course count for it. And looks like town planner, if you time it right, town planner will of course count for it. Granted, I don't normally do my town planners, but it's interesting to see that possibly there might be more of these events that give us rewards based on our rewards in other events. I don't know, like, I'm on the fence about it still. I haven't decided. I know that 11 billion is a lot. It's hard pressed to reach for personal getting 11 billion gold. And then, I mean, it says by reaching checkpoints and top places. So there's really no like possible way that I could simply just do this and max my event. I mean, there's no way like you could sit there and open your bank and basically buy all the way up to checkpoint 15. I mean, or 10, I should say. So even with the gold offers and stuff that we've seen lately, it would be like $4.99 for 2 billion gold. So I mean, like, there's no way to sit there and open the bank and basically max that event. I don't know if we're gonna see more events like this, or if this is just something they're kind of doing. As far as the future of personal events, like the more checkpoints and stuff we pass personally, the more in another event we will score. But it is, I mean, it is personal. So also don't know if it's going to count clan. I mean, if it counts like clan checkpoints, that would be very awesome. Of course, I mean, clan ranking again would factor huge into that. If it just counts your personal events, it would be significantly harder to max these. I mean, and we also, I mean, keep in mind, we also don't know how long the event is going. It's a seasonal personal gold rush. Starts in 9 hours. So, I mean, it could be a 7-day event that over the course of 7 days, all personals factor into it. So it'll be interesting to see what exactly happens there as far as the possibility to max it. But the gold rush is a very interesting concept. Scoring in an event by scoring in other events is really kind of new and interesting to me personally. As far as so back to flip back around. As far as Fury, so these checkpoints have changed before. We saw them change. I believe it was a year ago. I think around a year ago. These checkpoints all changed, along with these checkpoints right here. And then we saw them be changed to a lesser amount just due to the fact of the way the community felt about it. So the other thing I'm kind of like going to touch on here is if you don't like the checkpoints or you see something wrong with them, it is very possible to put in support tickets, to have like the community as a whole put in support tickets in order to potentially change some of this stuff that we see in the game that makes it significantly harder to close things. But I mean, overall, I thought it was good. Now, granted, I mean, I'm in like the biggest clan in the game. I don't think I have seen an event yet that our clan has not closed in some way, shape, and or form. So I could be completely off. Like, it might be, cheers, what's up? So it might be like an entirely different thing. So how did you guys think of Fury? Like, what did you guys think of the change that happened? I thought the focus on towers was good, but like personal rewards, yes. If the checkpoints are going to be harder to reach, of course the rewards should be bigger. I agree with that. It's like this. The celebratory slaughter. So this is significantly harder, and they said it would be significantly harder to close these checkpoints than what we've seen. Exactly. I know I do. So like, that's where I said, like, what do you guys think? Because I mean, like, I didn't deal with this change in a smaller clan. I dealt with the former change in our small clan, but only 8 wow. See, like, that's rough. It very much is like this. Like, if the checkpoints change, the rewards should change as well. The celebratory slaughter that's going on, like, I already know I'm not going to close it. There's no way I'm getting 13.5 trillion points. To be honest, I signed up for one round, just because, again, like there's my one round in 7 hours. Amber and I, like, very much had an exhausting couple of days. So, like, I don't know if you guys that didn't close your personals in Rage, for instance, if you guys put in tickets and tell them, like, get the community involved in, like, changing the checkpoints or changing the rewards for earning the checkpoints or something like that. I don't know what is possible to change. Like, it is significantly harder. And like I said, I mean, like, defending an SH siege does not give the points that it did before. Before, if you missed tower rounds, you very much had the chance to still close your personals and your clan. Now, that's just not a possibility. So, I don't know. Like, I mean, there's nothing I can do personally for you, unfortunately. But I do know in the past when things have changed, if people have written support and they've gotten enough of the community behind it, that they have either changed it back or they've changed it to, you know, a slightly more community-wide reasonable level. I'll put it that way. What's reasonable and community reasonable are two entirely different things. So I don't know if, like, obviously if the community puts more info out about, like, them not liking the changes, if the feedback dictates that these things need to go back. I don't know if this would change. I have no idea. You only got 9 towers, 6.5. Yeah, it's like I said, it's significantly harder. And I mean, if our home towers hadn't have been hit, like if we would have had 3 kingdoms that didn't attack our towers, which is a possibility in Fury for us, then very much so, we would have been in the same boat. It is significantly harder if you don't have the chance to defend towers, or your opponents don't attack towers, or if everybody just goes like sprack nuts and hits every tower possible without reinforcing it. It is significantly harder to close checkpoints. So, like I said, I don't know if like this change could revert back. I personally found it very reliant on opponents. And of course, I mean, like if you think about it, we've had Furies on holidays where nobody's played. I mean, like, or very, very few people have played. So, I mean, it would definitely make things significantly harder if you did not have rivals or opponents that played the event itself. I don't know. I mean, these things could be changing. It could be a thing of like, we wanted to try this, and then, or Polarium's like, we wanted to try this and see what the feedback is, or what the general consensus was. Like, I mean, I don't know. I can tell you right now, I wouldn't have closed my personals if, in clan or not, I wouldn't have closed my personals if our towers hadn't been hit. So, like, I can say that just plain and simple. I wouldn't have closed my personals if, we didn't defend home towers against, Spartak and SPQRF. So, it does to an extent. I mean, like, you can't just trade troops anymore to close. So, yes, it does prevent massive troop trading. But it's still significantly harder as far as, like, closing in general. I mean, it took me 3 hours in a tower round to close. And, again, if we hadn't had active components, Lord, if we hadn't had active opponents, I don't think I would have done that. So, I mean, like, and that's playing in the top clan. So it's very dependent on how many towers you can get, how many opponents you have, if your opponents play, if your opponents attack and you can defend your towers, how many towers you can get in general. So I don't know. I mean, I see that there could be definitely, could be definitely more balances. Yeah, like exactly. Putting out more towers each round. I think there's a total of like 18 level 1s, but by the time you get to like level, I think 15, it jumps down to like 4, and then 17 there's 2, and 18 there's 2. I can't quite remember how many towers are per round, but I think 1 through 9 or like 18. I think. But again, if they're not reinforced, they can go so very, very, very quickly. And if you miss them, you miss the opportunity to score. And I mean, for instance, I personally don't make every tower round. I mean, like, normally weekends are very busy for us, so like me making every tower round in 2 days is just not feasibly possible. And even if you got every tower round, but the towers were gone so quickly that you weren't able to hit them or otherwise, you're not going to get the points that you need in order to potentially close your event. 200 trillion is a lot of points, to be honest. And I mean, I don't exactly know what the score was before the change, just because like I haven't looked and compared. That'd be one thing. Like if I had a old screenshot of what the Fury points were before with personals, the kill points, what gave, and then could compare the two side by side, that would be way more helpful, because going off memory is just not it. But it's significantly harder to close. What's the question? Like, I mean, I might be able to answer it and I might not. It all just kind of depends on what the question is. I do know people did say that like scouting towers helped, but I mean, that's still a lot of stuff to kill. Home towers? Like, so, if the tower is not reinforced, if no one else is in it, you get 4 buttons. On the tower interface, there's onslaught, attack, scout, reinforce. If another clan in your kingdom is already in that tower, that is not your ally, I might add, then the reinforce number is gone. And you just go to 3 options. You can scout, onslaught, and attack. So, like, if someone's running into the towers before you can, or before your clan can, then there's no reinforcement button. It just goes away. It disappears. You only see the 3, scout, attack, or onslaught. But the main points, like I said, like if I wasn't able to reinforce towers, or we didn't have opponents that hit our towers, I wouldn't have closed Fury. I wouldn't have closed my personals. If we played in a kingdom where we weren't able to reinforce, where someone else was reinforcing before we could, then again, or like I said, if we played in a kingdom where someone could reinforce before we did, then I mean, it would have been a very, very different outcome. So I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if the points are going to change. I might check from Torin and see if I can do a feedback, community feedback video and forum for you guys to put, or for the community in general to put a section in there about what you felt about the Fury checkpoints. But it was significantly harder to close personals than previously. And as I said, like, you can't just run a siege now if you miss a tower round to make up the points, because an SH siege, even getting hit in an SH siege, is not going to give you as many points as like what it would have before. Hitting towns, like, for those people that traded troops to close their events, this essentially eliminated that possibility. So in one aspect, I think it's good. Hello! One aspect, I think it's good. You can no longer trade troops to close checkpoints. As far as, like, the way it balances out, maybe potentially give, like, I don't know, add a section in here. So you have kill enemy warriors. That'd be towns tiles. And then maybe add a section that's kill enemy and neutral warriors in stronghold or in fortresses. And then, of course, kill enemy and neutral warriors in towers of fury. Would just depend on if you're pushing the reinforce button or attack button at that point. So, like, if there's no reinforce, like, that's, I've accidentally pushed attack when meaning reinforce, too, especially, like, in the middle of the night. It's, so, I mean, that's just it. It's got to have the reinforcement button, and you can only do that in home kingdom towers. So, like, I mean, I could see the balance out of, like, so you have kill enemy warriors category now. Maybe give, like, double the points of that in, like, kill enemy and neutral warriors in strongholds or in fortresses. I guess it'd be strongholds because Raven towers are unique locations, so I don't exactly know how that would need to change. But, like, there would be ways to balance it out that might make it more manageable, and I still don't know how plausible it would be to close. Because, like I said, if our enemy hadn't of attacked our towers, we couldn't defend them for whatever reason. It would have been significantly different, and I mean, I personally don't think I would have closed my personals in Fury. So I don't know really how much different it could be. But I do know that it was significantly harder for people to close their event this Fury, and like, I just don't know. I just don't know. I think it's an interesting change from what we've seen in the past, where pretty much the solution was whoever runs the most SH sieges wins. It did put the focus back on Fury towers and back on Fury itself, but I don't know necessarily how that could be potentially changed to keep the fact that you can no longer trade troops or just bomb troops everywhere in order to max. It's just kind of something that's interesting and different. Now, as far as the gold event, I like the idea of having an event that gives me rewards for participating in other events. I'm just not exactly sure how plausible it is to get 11 billion gold out of events, especially when some events, for instance, aren't necessarily doable. Like, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and destroy buildings. I'm not going to sit here and destroy buildings for Town Planner Hunt. I'm also not going to spend, like, the 22 billion gold I have to raise a troop type to score in that event in order to get checkpoints in this event. So I don't know. I mean, again, like if it runs for 7 days, that might be way more possible too. I have no idea. No clue at all. But it will be interesting to see if clan events count towards that, as well as how long the duration of that event is, and if it's going to be a reoccurring event. Those are 3 things that I have honestly no idea about. No, not at all. We defended our SH, and honestly, like, Amber and I both got about 8T out of our SH. First, we were in the stronghold itself. So, I mean, 3 of us in that one, about 8, 9T each, only got us to like the 3rd checkpoint. So, it's significantly harder now to close Fury. That's where I said, like, I don't know if they could balance it as far as like run a siege and you get like half the points, or the difference between like, you know, what difference between like regular kills and tower kills. But they're like, there could be some tweaks. I don't know what's in the works. I have no idea. No idea. The like way that this works is like completely beyond me, and I'm just not sure what would be plausible or what would make things plausible or more doable, I should say, as far as points wise, to make it more manageable if you miss a tower round or you can't get towers in a round for whatever reason. But I do, like I said, I do very, very much like the fact that you can no longer like watch people trade troops and know that they are maxing their event by like pretty much not participating in a single thing. And it eliminates like the worry about the random shield drop from somebody that doesn't have a lot of strength to defend their town. I mean, so like there are some pluses to it. Like, I mean, you don't have to worry about somebody in your kingdom being angry at your clan and dropping shield to sabotage your fury. Because as long as you hit towers, or as long as you reach towers, the towers like score way more. That person would literally have to like be zeroed, train a ton, zeroed, train a ton, zero, train a ton. So, I mean, there's some positive things about it, but also like I see the cons about it too. So, I mean, there might be another change. There might be like a more of a balance function coming to it that we don't know about, or that is in the works that they're trying to put together or developing. So, oh gracious. But yes, SH sieges give significantly less points now in Fury. It's a good thing and a bad thing. I see the side of like, well, we missed towers because they were all in our nighttime or during work hours, and we're going to run a siege to make up the points, but that doesn't make up the points. I also see the thing of like, you knew before, if you counted the strongholds in your enemy kingdoms before Fury even started, roughly had an idea of who was potentially going to win. So, I mean, it eliminates that as well, and then eliminates the worry of like kingdom sabotage and other stuff. But I do see that like it was significantly harder to close personals. So I don't know. It could be definitely more development is in the works as far as what is potentially changing in Fury. Okay, so Halloween giveaway. I don't have one approved. I don't have one planned. this is where your guys' opinion comes in. Halloween themed, and cannot be like random stuff like roulette and other stuff. What would you guys like to see me try to get approved or try to do for a Halloween giveaway for you? Is the question. I'm going to take a brief bathroom break. I will be right back here shortly. Uno momento. Okay, back. All right, so Halloween giveaways. I don't know how possible it is to get one approved in the next 4 days, to be honest. I could potentially put together a Halloween quiz. I don't know how plausible it is. I don't know how plausible it is for like everybody to Google search those answers across the community. So I'm trying to come up with something that is fair, or can be easily referenced or researched, like across the world, like what would be most recognizable. And I don't know as far as the ability to look some stuff up, like what different cultures have. So I'm trying to come up with ideas. If you guys have ideas for a Halloween giveaway, let me know. Essentially, it would be significantly more helpful if I knew what you guys wanted. Like I said, I can no longer do roulette, so a Halloween roulette is out. I'm not sure. I know I don't have time to do like a crossword or word search, and I'm also not sure about getting a quiz approved. But like I said, I can try. So, oh man, I'm just not sure. Also, what you guys want to see as far as rewards. I know achievements are out, for instance, town skins. I can't give either one of those away. It would be nice to do put together a potential Tauren trick or treat where you guys get Tauren surprises. I'm just not entirely certain how plausible it is and what I can get approved in the next 4 days. So that's why I said, like, what do you guys want to see for Halloween giveaways? What would you want to participate in? And I can try to get it approved. It's just kind of one of those things of I'm at a confusion and point of point of loss as far as what will be potentially possible to get approved in like the next 3 or 4 days. And of course, I mean, that's dependent on Tauren's availability to approve the mechanics and the rewards. So I'm gonna try. I don't know exactly what it will be, but I'm gonna try. So, and I don't know if you guys have ideas or not. Oh man. Yeah. Goodness. I think that's like pretty much it. I didn't have like a lot to do today. I know with Battle of the Light going on, there's a lot of people busy in the game. A chunk of my clan signed up for quite a few rounds that I know of, so mine will be in roughly 6 hours. I don't know how I feel about the celebratory slaughter. It would definitely need more than one round. I mean, obviously I won't know until I play later. And I might need to train before that, but I don't know how I feel. It seems significantly harder. They did say in the news it would be harder. So, I mean, that's not something that we're necessarily going to see be a consistent thing, but I don't know. I might have a take on that later after I play, obviously. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I had for today. If you guys have giveaway ideas, you can drop them in the comments below. And I will try to get a giveaway approved over the next couple of days before Halloween. Of course, I will be live on Halloween. Might even potentially be a Tauren Mash rendition. Pretty sure I can at least plop up the video and play it, but might do it live, maybe. Anyways, I hope some of you at least had decent Furies, and that you have an awesome Battle for the Light. I'm gonna end the stream, but thank you guys for being here. If you haven't already, if you're watching this and you haven't already, hit the like and the subscribe button. Of course, there will be a GoFundMe link in the description or the comments as well. And I will be checking the comments to see potential giveaways, ideas that I can put together in the next, day. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you have an amazingly awesome week. I will naturally see you Thursday, Halloween. Enjoy your CVC and the rest of your guys' week. And I will see you later.